The 2026 Fasig-Tipton Risen Star Stakes marks the first true pressure point on the road to the Kentucky Derby, where juvenile promise gives way to the physical reality of the three-year-old classic grind. Run at 1 1/8 miles over the demanding fairgrounds dirt, this race is no longer theoretical. It is the first major gatekeeper, distributing 105 Derby points and nearly guaranteeing a ticket to Churchill Downs for the winner. History shows this race rewards both stamina and intelligence, whether from forward position or a perfectly timed late charge. With early Derby favorites faltering, a power vacuum exists, and the Risen Star winner is perfectly positioned to seize control of the entire Derby picture. The only question is, who takes the leap when it matters most? Number 1. Universe arrives in the Risen Star, breaking from the rail as a bay colt by Global Campaign out of the quality road mare, Equality for All. Still searching for the juvenile brilliance that once made him a top-tier classic prospect. Bred in Kentucky by Becky Petrus, Universe showed consistency in class early, beginning with a professional debut victory at Saratoga under apprentice rider Christopher Elliott. That win was followed by 3 straight graded stakes placings, including a respectable third in the Grade 1 Champagne Stakes at Aqueduct, then determined runner-up efforts in the Grade 3 Street Sense Stakes and the Grade 2 Kentucky Jockey Club Stakes at Churchill Downs. Those performances earned him 13 Kentucky Derby points and established a peak equibase speed figure of 91, highlighting a tactical stalking style that typically translates well to crowded fields. That promise unraveled at the start of his 3-year-old season when the Ken McPeek trainee entered the January 3rd Smarty Jones Stakes at Oaklawn Park as the 2.3 to 1 favorite, only to break last and never factor, finishing 7th and beaten 11 1/4 lengths by Strategic Risk. Questions immediately followed about whether Universe had peaked during his demanding fall campaign or simply failed to handle the Oaklawn surface. In response, McPeek has made 2 deliberate changes for the Risen Star, adding blinkers to sharpen focus and reuniting the colt with his original rider, Christopher Elliott. Blinkers are designed to limit peripheral vision, encouraging a horse to concentrate forward rather than react to outside distractions. Since that setback, Universe has trained with intent at fairgrounds, highlighted by a sharp 4-furlong breeze in 48.20 seconds on February 2nd, ranking 5th of 53, followed by a 5-furlong move in 1 minute 1.60 seconds on February 8th. From the rail, his challenge will be securing early position without becoming trapped along the fence by faster rivals. If the equipment change reignites his competitiveness, Universe has the class to resemble the colt who tested elite juveniles last fall, making him a dangerous bounce-back candidate at likely double-digit odds. Kicking things off at number 2, Golden Tempo enters the Risen Star as the undisputed local benchmark and the most accomplished 3-year-old on the fairgrounds circuit this winter. The Bay Colt is a homebred for Pips Stable and St. Elias Stable, sired by Curlin out of the Bernardini mare Carumba, creating a classic-on-class pedigree built with the 1 1/4 mile Kentucky Derby distance in mind. Trained by Cherie DeVoe, Golden Tempo has developed a signature last-to-first running style that has defined his rise. He debuted in a 6-furlong sprint on December 20th, trailing the field by double-digit lengths before threading through traffic to win decisively. He confirmed that promise on January 17th in the Grade 3 LeCompte Stakes, once again settling near the back in 9th of 10 before unleashing a powerful rail-skimming rally to defeat stablemate Mesquite by 3/4 of a length. That victory earned him 20 Derby points and an equibase speed figure of 85, a number some analysts labeled soft compared to national leaders. However, the performance carried added weight due to a speed-favoring track bias that day, making his deep closing win visually and analytically impressive. Golden Tempo is partnered with meet-leading rider Jose Ortiz, whose New Orleans success has reached record-setting levels. Ortiz has praised the colt's intelligence and ability to relax, essential traits for a 9-furlong race. Training reports remain overwhelmingly positive as Golden Tempo stretches to 1 1/8 miles for the first time, with DeVoe crediting the gradual fairgrounds progression for allowing controlled distance development. Statistical modeling assigns him late pace points of 110, the highest in the Risen Star field, and an ideal fit for the projected pace scenario. As the morning line favorite, he aims to become the first horse since International Star in 2015 to complete the LeCompte and Risen Star double, a result that would cement his standing as a top 5 Kentucky Derby contender. Coming in at number 3, Carson Street represents the tactical middle ground of the Risen Star lineup. As a dark bay or brown colt, by 2007 Kentucky Derby winner Street Sense. Bred by Stonehaven Steadings and owned by Ike and Dawn Thrash, Carson Street was purchased for $125,000 as a yearling and progressed steadily during his juvenile season in Kentucky. After finishing in the money across 3 starts at Kentucky Downs and Churchill Downs, he shipped to Fairgrounds and delivered a commanding 11 1/4 length maiden victory on December 4th. That performance marked a significant leap in both stamina and professionalism, prompting trainer Brendan Walsh to target the local stakes series. In the January 17th LeCompte Stakes, Carson Street went off at 15-1 odds and outran his price, pressing the pace before battling on gamely to finish 3rd behind Golden Tempo and Mesquite. That effort earned him 6 Derby points and an Equibase speed figure of 86, confirming his ability to compete at the graded stakes level. His pedigree supports the 9-furlong distance, as Street Sense progeny often improve with maturity, peaking in late juvenile or early sophomore campaigns. His dam, Ms. Kella by Harlan's Holiday, is a half-sister to turf-graded stakes winner Canoodling, adding versatility to his profile. Carson Street has maintained consistent training, including a half-mile breeze in 48.80 seconds on February 7th, ranking 15th of 134. With tactical speed to stalk just behind the leaders, he fits a profile that has historically thrived in the Risen Star, where nearly 60% of winners have been among the top 3 after the opening half-mile. Landing at number 4, Paladin enters the Risen Star as the unquestioned blue blood of the 2026 Derby Trail, a $1.9 million Fasig-Tipton Saratoga yearling who remains unbeaten in 2 starts. The chestnut colt is by Gunrunner out of the Tappet mare Secret Sigh and is trained by 5-time Eclipse Award winner Chad Brown. Paladin's juvenile season was brief but impactful, beginning with a debut victory at Aqueduct in October via disqualification after interference from Renegade, followed by a polished 2-length win in the Grade 2 Remsen Stakes at 9 furlongs on December 6th. That Remsen triumph earned him 10 Derby points and a Bayer speed figure of 85, making him the only horse in the Risen Star field with a proven win at the race's 1 1/8 mile distance. Brown's approach has emphasized patience over urgency, bypassing January prep races in favor of physical development at Payson Park in Florida. This mirrors the path taken by Sierra Leone, who captured the 2024 Risen Star for the same connections after skipping early winter preps. Since December 28th, Paladin has logged 5 half-mile workouts, including an easy 50 4/5 seconds breeze that suggested comfort in the Florida climate. His pedigree stands among the strongest in the field, with Gunrunner emerging as America's most successful young sire, particularly with colts capable of sustaining speed over distance. Strategically, Paladin looms as the primary challenger to Golden Tempo's local dominance. While he faces a 70-day layoff and a surface change, his established stamina advantage sets him apart from rivals still stretching out. Tyler Gaffalione, who guided Sierra Leone to Risen Star victory last year, takes over the mount from Flavian Pratt. Should Paladin reproduce his Remsen form, he could emerge as a leading Kentucky Derby favorite, especially after receiving a notable form boost when Renegade returned to win the Sam F. Davis Stakes in early February. Number 5, Ship Honcho represents the formidable Steve Asmussen operation, a barn that has ruled the Fairgrounds Derby Trail for decades. The bay colt is by Connect and was bred by Veneri Racing alongside Tony Fantacola, with ownership under Leland Ackerley Racing. Chip Honcho quickly became a local fan favorite when he captured the Gunrunner Stakes on December 20th, showcasing determined pressing speed as he sat just off the pace before grinding past rivals in the final 16th of a mile. That momentum stalled in the January 17th Lecomte Stakes, where he faded to fourth behind Golden Tempo after being involved in a contested early pace. Asmussen later explained that the Colt may have been too aggressive early, a factor that dulled his finishing kick and led to the regression. History, however, strongly favors a rebound, as Asmussen has repeatedly used the Risen Star as a corrective target for Lecomte runners, most notably winning this race at 43-1 odds last year with Magnitude, and at short odds in 2022 with Epicenter, both coming off Lecomte defeats. For this edition, Asmussen signals a tactical shift by removing the blinkers, aiming to help Chip Honcho relax through the opening stages of the 9-furlong test. A rider change to Luis Saez further reinforces that plan, as Saez is widely respected for his pace judgment and ability to manage horses with strong cruising speed. Pedigree analysts point to his lineage as a blend of American dirt speed and European stamina, being by Connect out of the Magician Ireland mare Miss My Rose. With a peak Bayer speed figure of 102 from the Gunrunner, Chip Honcho owns raw speed that rivals anyone in the field if he can distribute his energy more efficiently. His profile aligns closely with historical Risen Star winners who possessed early tactical speed and prior fairgrounds experience, and with double-digit odds expected, he stands out as the most credible upset candidate in the lineup. Rolling in at number 6, Colt 47 enters the Risen Star as the longest shot in the field, and a true reflection of the Derby Trail's rags-to-riches appeal. Trained by Keith Desermo, who famously won the 2013 Risen Star with I've Struck a Nerve at 135-1 odds, Colt 47 has taken an unconventional and demanding path to graded stakes company. The bay colt is by Bolt Doro, out of the Pioneer of the Nile mare, Getting Lucky, and already has 8 career starts, more than any rival in the race. His journey began in the maiden claiming ranks, where he competed for as little as $30,000, gradually improving his speed figures through consistent racing during the fall. His most meaningful step forward came on January 17th, when he finished a determined second in a Fairgrounds Allowance optional claiming race, earning a lifetime best Equibase speed figure of 75. While that figure sits well below the elite horses in this field, Desermo has a reputation for spotting late-developing 3-year-olds capable of capitalizing when pace scenarios fall apart. Morning training suggests the colt is thriving, highlighted by a half-mile breeze in 48.60 seconds on February 7th, ranking 10th out of 134 works. Tactically, Colt 47 is expected to settle near the back alongside Golden Tempo, hoping the early leaders completely collapse. He will be guided by Fairgrounds mainstay James Graham, the same jockey who piloted I've Struck a Nerve in his historic upset. Sliding into number 7, Courting stands as the most scrutinized entrant in the Risen Star, carrying the weight of a $5 million yearling price tag and elite bloodlines. Trained by Hall of Famer Todd Pletcher, Courting is a son of Curlin out of multiple Grade 1 winner Cavorting by Bernardini, making him a full brother to champion mare Clairiere, a 4-time Grade 1 winner who earned more than $3.2 million. Courting's career has been defined by flashes of brilliance paired with troubled circumstances, as he owns 1 win from 3 starts, and most recently finished 4th in the Grade 2 Remsen Stakes, behind Paladin. That result was better than it appears on paper, as he endured a rough beginning, was squeezed back to last early, and still finished with interest over 9 furlongs, signaling that distance poses no concern. Pletcher's dominance in the Risen Star is well documented, with victories in 2010, 2012, and 2014, and he has dedicated the winter to sharpening Courting's focus at pace and park. Training reports describe steady progression, highlighted by a 49 3/5 second half-mile breeze in late January on the deep surface, followed by a bullet 48.32 seconds move on February 7th. For the Risen Star, blinkers will be added for the first time, a calculated decision intended to keep Courting closer to the pace and prevent the positioning issues that compromised him in the Remsen. Strategically, he is the race's true wildcard. If the equipment change unlocks sharper tactical speed, his pedigree and foundation give him the tools to overwhelm the field. Hall of Famer John Velazquez takes the mount, continuing a partnership that has produced numerous classic winners. At approximately 6-1 on the morning line, Courting carries the highest pedigree upside in the race, as he attempts to justify his record-setting purchase price on a national stage. Closing out at number 8, Quality Mischief represents the Brad Cox stable, which has captured 3 of the last 6 runnings of the Risen Star. The Bay Colt is by 7-time leading sire, Into Mischief, and was bred by Robert and Lawana Lowe before being purchased for $300,000 as a yearling. He races for West Paces Racing alongside Donegal Racing, and has quietly progressed throughout the Fairgrounds meet, finishing 4th in the Gunrunner Stakes and 5th in the LeCompte. While he has yet to crack the top 3 at the stakes level, his speed figures have steadily climbed, including a notable 23-point improvement from his maiden victory at Horseshoe Indianapolis to his first stakes appearance in December. Cox has indicated that the Colt is beginning to move forward physically and mentally, pointing to recent workouts as evidence of growing maturity. Quality Mischief recorded a 5-furlong breeze in 1 minute 2.40 seconds on February 7th, suggesting he is maintaining solid condition. His pedigree, by Into Mischief, out of the Quality Road Mare Quality Way, provides a proven blend of speed and stamina that often excels in the Fairgrounds Prep Series. Tactically, he benefits from the return of Florent Geroux, who has partnered Cox for most of his Risen Star victories and brings extensive familiarity with both the surface and the trainer's methods. Quality Mischief is likely to use his inside draw to secure a ground-saving stalking trip behind the early pace, hoping for an opening in the long stretch. While he must improve by at least a couple of lengths to threaten the top contenders, his pedigree and the ever-present Cox factor make him a sensible long-shot inclusion underneath in deeper exotic wagers. The 2026 Risen Star Stakes is set to deliver the clearest early season verdict on the 3-year-old pecking order, pitting the local momentum of Golden Tempo against the proven class of Paladin, with elite blue bloods and dangerous rebound types right behind them. While wagering models point to Golden Tempo as the horse to beat, Paladin and Courting arrive trained specifically for this demanding 9-furlong test, setting the stage for a wide-open and high-stakes showdown. For the winner, 50 Derby points mean a ticket officially punched to Louisville, while the rest will be forced into the pressure cooker of March and April preps. As the gates fly open at Fairgrounds on February 14th, the road to the Kentucky Derby enters its most decisive phase yet. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to like the video, drop your thoughts in the comments, subscribe for more in-depth racing content.